Also joining us now from Tuscaloosa is host of NewsNation Now, Connell McShane. Connell, I know that you spoke with some young voters at the debate. What did they share with you? What did they have to say and think about last night?
Well, it was interesting in many ways, Markie, because when they were watching those exchanges that Brooke just played at the end of her report there was no doubt that the young voters, we've been speaking to them for the last few days when we've been on campus here at the University of Alabama, were engaged and thought that the debate was interesting and never boring. And I think that they, being young Republicans, this entire group, got a lot out of it. But the thing that struck me the most at this event that was put on by the state party, the Alabama GOP, was kind of the generational divide within the party that was evident there. So the state party puts this event on, and there were a number of people who were a little bit older, friends of the party, if you will, that were there in the room with us, along with these students at the University of Alabama. So, for example, when Vivek Ramaswamy held up that sign saying Nikki Haley is corrupt that you just showed there a few moments ago, there was an older woman sitting near me that just could overhear her saying, "I can't stand him," she said to someone sitting next to her. Whereas when we spoke to some of the younger students afterwards, that was actually something that resonated with them. And they thought that was a good move, by Ramaswamy. And the other thing was that Governor Ron DeSantis, especially to many of the students, really stood out as being aggressive. In fact, one freshman from the University of Alabama we spoke with right after the debate was talking about what he saw as the strength of DeSantis and also the divide, 2 versus 2 on the stage. Take a listen.
I do think tonight a rift was created between Chris Christie, Nikki Haley, and then on the other side, Ron DeSantis and Vivek. I think they're forming little factions, but also disagreeing with each other here and there. It just seemed like he was ready to play. Like a lot of times it doesn't seem like he's charismatic enough. He comes off as a little weird, but tonight he performed well in my opinion.
All right, so talking about Ron DeSantis there at the end, guys, so he performed well in that young man's opinion. But again, there was a different side of things depending on how old someone was in the room. So many of the students liked the aggression from DeSantis, even from Ramaswamy, whereas some of the older voters who were there at the party felt differently, which I thought was interesting. Markie and Adrienne, back to you guys.
And I really do believe that's a good point, because some are saying that Vivek was unlikable because of his aggression. But for younger voters, he is a younger person. I mean, he's in his mid-30s, and he's the least experienced politician. So maybe he's just speaking to the generation. Shoulder shrug from Connell McShane.
It might be that, yeah, but it was interesting. It was clear that it was the younger people who thought that way and the older people who thought something completely different.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.